Stand when you're in church. Oh, here we go. Huh? I love the Lord. He heard my cry. I'm baptized, filled with the Holy Ghost. I speak in tongues. Yeah, you can do it around everybody else in church because it feels safe. But the issue is, what will you say out in the midst of that world? Will you stand up for Christ when you're out before the world? That's what lets us know. Man, sit your ass down. The church is bowing. Here go the hard part right here, and I'm finished. But this is the tough part. Y'all ain't gonna like this part. But there are two gods that the black church, and I don't like to say black church because God don't divide his church black and white. We all are part of the church. But I'm saying it to give reference to the African American churches. Two gods that many are bowing to today, and that's the God of LGBTQ and the God of blackness. What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping. And I don't like to say black church because God don't divide his church black and white. We all are part of the church.
Psalms chapter 147 and verse 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Yasharallah. He had not dealt so with any people. And as far as his judgments, they have not known them. Amos 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakah HaKwadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of the middle great millstone, and to the rest of the brethren on down that's teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Shalom Bayatah Dawadah, and to Zaakim and Akwat, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and to the speckled bird out there, Israelites that might be among these other nations, might be looking like the other nations, whose fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, Yasharallah. Shalom to you, Mashpachah. This your Hakarab coming at you with a quick one. And you saw the clip in the beginning. Hey, them pagan builders is something else, man. And our people still in there. You still plantation. You got that plantation brain. And hey, they through, man. They through. They through. And that's why I read that scripture. And let's read it again. That's why I read those two. But let's read it again. Amos 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that Yahweh has spoken against you, O children of Israel. Keep that in mind. Against the whole family that I have brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only, what? You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Let's go back to the last one. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Yasharallah. He had not dealt so with any nation. And as far as his judgments, they have not known them. You see? So it ain't no, oh, you God don't want no division. And what is you talking about? We ain't integrated with no all people, man. What you talking about? The Most High ain't done though? He don't divide from black to white, and you goddamn lie. The Most High did divide his people from every motherfucking body else. But you let that nigga tell you, he ain't talking about. He's simple. He ain't talking about those are people that might look like those people, but they not. That ain't what he's talking about. He's actually talking about those nations. He's actually saying the Most High ain't divide Israelites, but he don't know nothing. He's simple. He rejected our true identity. See, But he's saying that the Most High ain't divide you so-called Israelites from the Edomites. Y'all all the church of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. That's what he's saying. He's saying Moab, Ammon, Ishmael, Elam. He's saying Japhet. He's saying the Japhet descendants. He said everybody is the church of Yahweh. That's what he's saying. Just simple and stupid. I can't stand. Hey, I can't stand motherfuckers, man. I swear I can't. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. See? But let's read this though, because I'm gonna go into what the last clip, the last part of it said. He said, "The church of Yahweh is everybody." You're a lie. And we about to go into the scriptures and find out who is the church, what is the church, and that's that. We gonna let the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua do the talking, and all bullshit can do the walking. Why we gonna do that? Why we gonna do that? Let's read this. Let's read this. Let's grab this. Acts 5:29, right? Then Peter and the other apostles. Matter of fact, let's read this. We gotta read this first. Romans 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true. Let the words of our Father be true. But every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sin, and might overcome when thou art judged. Right? So it says, let every man be a liar. Let Yahweh be true, but every man be a liar. Right? See? And let's go back to that one. Acts 5:29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey a Yahweh rather than men. So we ought to obey Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua rather than men, right? We're going to let Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua be true and every man be a liar. See? So what man's supposed to be doing? What we supposed to be doing? What you Israelites supposed to be doing? This is what you supposed to be doing, right? 1 Peter 4 and verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh. If any man minister, meaning teach, let him do it as the ability which Yahweh giveth, that Yahweh in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. You see that? See? So this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to let Yahweh words be true and every man's a liar. See? And if you speak anything, you're supposed to be speaking according to the oracles of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, not out of your own mind. See? Not out of your own mind. But let me go grab this real quick. Deuteronomy 32. Right? Deuteronomy 32. And let's go down to it. Verse 8. And it says what? When the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua divided the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. You Israelites is a lot of the inheritance of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. He separated you from everybody else. See? It ain't no you together and everybody is a church of Yahweh. No, he separated you from these people. See? How is everybody the church of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? And he said this. See? Isaiah 40. Right? And let's grab verse 15 and down. It says what? Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beasts there sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. You see that? What did he say? He said all nations before him outside of the children of Israel are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity, meaning nothing, empty, don't matter. See? But here it is, you got individuals running around talking about that all people, there ain't no black and no white, they all the church of Yahweh. You're a goddamn lie, man. You're a goddamn lie. The church of Yahweh is you Israelites and you Israelites only, man. And even among our people, you got the elect. And even among the elect, you have an elect. And if you're not the elect of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and you're an Israelite, guess what? You ain't even a part of the church of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See? Because what did Yahweh say pertaining to his own motherfucking people? What did he say? Let's grab that. Matthew 12. Right? Matthew 12. And what is that? 40. Let's see. 46? Con. Matthew 12 and 46. While he yet talked to the people, meaning his people Israelites, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren, meaning when it says brethren, it's talking about plural sense. And it say brother, it says brethren, meaning it was other people, other individuals, other Israelites that was designed to speak to him with his mother. And said what? Stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who is my brethren? And he stretched forth his hands towards his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. Whosoever therefore will do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother, my sister, and my mother. But with just Slakia, my brother and sister and mother. You see that? So Yahweh telling you right there that everybody ain't considered as the church of Yahweh. See? Just like when you go to Galatians 6 and 16, right? And it says what? I started 15. For in Mashiach, neither circumcision availeth anything nor uncircumcision, but a new creature. And as many as walk according to this rule, peace be on them and mercy and upon the Israel of Yahweh. See? He said upon the Israel of Yahweh. Why? Why did he say that? Right? Let's grab this one. Romans 9. Let's go up to 7. It says what? Slakia, verse 6. Not as though the word of Yahweh had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. You see that? So he said they are not all Israel which are of Israel. So not all Israelites is considered as the church of Yahweh, the Israel of Yahweh. See? 2/3 ain't considered as the church of the Israel of Yahweh. They 2/3. They unbelievers. They ain't repenting and returning back to Yahweh and believing, thus said Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So how would they be considered as the Israel of Yahweh? And neither are they the church of Yahweh, because that's one of the same. See? But what it says here, let me grab this one too. 1 John, I think it's the second chapter. Let's come down to it. Right? And he said if they would have continued with us. What he says right here? 1 John 2 and verse 19. Matter of fact, let's start at 18. Little children, it is the same time, and as ye have heard that anti-Mashiach shall come. Even now are there many anti-Mashiach. And that guy that I just showed you with that purple stuff on, with the purple pants, purple shirt, the purple jacket, and sitting, he's anti-Mashiach too. He's against Yahweh too. He's speaking unto you of Cesare Borgia. That's what he's talking of. That dude ain't talking about Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. So he anti-Mashiach too. He anti-Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Whereby we know that it is the last time. They went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would no doubt have continued with us, but they went out that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. And he talking about Israelites. Those that would have stayed following Yahweh, stayed in the truth, stayed doing what they'd have been of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they would have been the elect, the Israel of Yahweh. See? But they didn't. You went back into the ways of the world, so that shows that you're not the elect. You ain't of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. See? So not even all of our people is considered as the church of Yahweh, which better yet, the Israel of Yahweh. See? So you think when it comes to some heathens, you think they can be considered as a church of Yahweh? Are you stupid? These people don't get it, man. But let's get into it, though. Let's get into that church. Let's go to Acts. You know, that was just rolling in the spirit. Now let's just get these real quick. The ones that I jotted down. Let's go to Acts 13 and verse 1. And we're going to go into this church. Who is the church? And what is the church? See? Because it ain't no building. Matter of fact, let me grab this real quick since that clicked in. Jeremiah 7 and verse 4. What it says? Matter of fact, I started verse 3. Thus said Yahweh of hosts, the power of Yasharallah, amend your ways and your doing, and I will cause you to dwell in this place. Trust ye not in lying words, saying the temple of Yahweh, the temple of Yahweh, the temple of Yahweh are these. So he said, look, don't trust in lying words. When these individuals are going to tell you that this is the house of God, this is the house of Yahweh, this is the house of this, and this is the house of that. Don't trust those lying words. See? Don't trust them. See? Because the Most High, he don't do what? He don't dwell in temples made with hands. Let's grab that real quick so I can get back into it. Acts. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's 17 and 24. I could have got the other one, but we're going to get this one. Acts 17 and 24. And it says what? Yahweh that made the world and all things therein, seeing that he is Yahweh of heaven and earth, dwell not in temples made with hands. See that? See, he don't dwell in temples made with hands. That's not the place of his rest. That's not the place where he reside. And you know damn well he ain't residing in these pagan buildings where these simple ass motherfuckers of our people are sitting up in there, standing up, and every time somebody say something, you standing up and you're clapping and you're applauding. Which one of y'all repenting? Now none of their ass in there repenting. You got a bunch of sluts and crooked ass individuals up in there in them places, man. You have a simple Jake say, I'm finna go to a pagan building, I'm finna go look for a nice woman. Man, all them bras up in there freaks. All of them. You ain't gonna go to no pagan building to go find you a good woman. Please. You got a better chance of trying your luck on the street. You got a better luck of trying your luck. You got a better chance of trying your luck on the street if you want to find a good woman than going up in some damn pagan building. And that's for real, partner. Right? But let's get back into it though, right? Let's go back to Acts 13. Acts 13 and 1. Let's go into see who is the church. And first we're going to go into the name of that word church. It says what? Acts 13 and 1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon, who are Israelites, that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, Israelite, and Manaen, Israelite, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch, and Saul, Israelite, not Herod. See, but let's go into that church. Let's see what it means. Because we got to break the ice. So you can't grab that and say, oh, well, see, yeah, that was back then. But God, he brought all other nations in, and all people is the church of God. No, you're a goddamn lie, man. You people always lying. Y'all gonna receive death for lying. And don't take our word for it, because we speak through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We speak the truth. And if we say something gonna happen to you, hey, it's gonna happen. You ain't gonna be lying on Yahweh with the words on Yahweh Shem Yahushua and think these things that we say that he said he gonna do to you, he ain't gonna do it. You crazy. He gonna carry it out. And what it says, for ecclesia, which means church, Greek word for church, and it says what? A gathering of citizens calls on from their homes into some public place and assembly. That ain't it, right? Now, what people was called out from the assemblies and to a gathering of one place? It's time what? Let's go down to it. You see where it says right here, B? It says the assembly of the Israelites. That's it. That's it. That's who the church is. And I'm going to show you with the scriptures. That's who the church is. So all this other stuff, we're talking about this in a Christian sense, and as an assembly of Christians gathered for worship and a religious meeting. Get out of here with all that shit. It's Israelites. An assembly of the Israelites gathered for worship in a certain place. That's what it's talking about. And I'm going to show you with the text, with the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh speaking through his man on what the church is. Right? So let's go to this. Acts 7. And let's go down to verse 30. We're going to start at 37. Acts 37. We're going to find out what the church is. See? Because these people don't get it. They seem to always be adding stuff to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. They seem to do that. Why? Because it's just to bring in these damn people that the Most High ain't call no damn heathens, don't eat them. He called you Israelites. And you should be glad at taking advantage that he called your ass. See? And not these heathens. But here is something for you. You want to be going and grabbing and trying to extend something that's for you unto all other people. That don't make no sense. Like, I don't know why people do that, man. I don't know why they do that. Here it is. It's something for you, and then you seem to always want to just go and try to insert other people into something that's for you. Why? Don't make no sense, man. Don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense, man. Don't make no sense. But let's grab this though. Acts 7 and 37. This is that Moses which said unto the children of Yasharallah, a prophet shall the Lord your power raise up unto you of your brethren, talking about Yahushua, like unto me. Him shall ye hear. This is he that was in the church in the wilderness. Wait. Was it a building in the wilderness? Was it all nations? Was it Israelites and Edomites all huddled together and he said that this is my church? No. Who is he talking to? Who is he talking about? The Israelites. This is he that was in the church. Who is the he was talking about? Moses. Who was the church that he talking about? The children of Yasha'Allah in the wilderness with the angels which spake to him in Mount Sinai, and with our fathers who received the lively oracles to give unto us. You see that? See? So who is the church in that respect right there? Who is the church? Israelites. Let's go back to what he said in the wilderness. Let's find out. He said the Israelites, but let's go back to it real quick. Let's go to Exodus, the 19th chapter. Let's start at verse 1. And the third month, when the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Egypt, the same day came they into the wilderness of Sinai. For they were departed from Rehidim, and were come to the desert of Sinai, and had pitched in the wilderness, and there Yasha'Allah camped before the mount. You see what it says right there? So who was that camp? Who was that church right there that was with Moses in the wilderness, that camp? What it says? And Moses went up unto Yahweh, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel. So who was the church that was in the wilderness with Moses? Israelites. Israelites is the church, not no all people, man, and not no building. The church is Israelites. Those places are pagan buildings where they taught you Israelites to worship idols, serve everything other than Yahweh Shem Yahweh, do everything outside of the things that Yahweh Shem Yahweh told you to do. That's where you went to them places. That's where you learned that garbage from. See? That's where you learned that garbage from, man. The Most High ain't dealing with them places, man, and the people in them, man. He ain't dealing with them. See? It ain't no building, man. Those places is pagan buildings, man, where you was taught to worship idols. Matter of fact, let's grab this one. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. You know what it is. Right? Just get these out. Because Shabbat gonna be starting in a few hours, I guess. So, and ain't no Shabbat gonna be starting in a few hours. So let's get this in and get it done. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there shalt thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So it says, when you went here and you got sent here to captivity, right here, in AKA Babylon the Great, and these devils, And they did what? And they built these pagan buildings to conform you to their ways, to teach you to be obedient to him, unto them. That's what those places was used for. To indoctrinate you into false doctrines, into a false way of life, and to teach you and to conform you to a false identity that they gave you. Those are pagan buildings. See? Ain't got nothing to do with Yahweh Shem Shai at all. I don't like no motherfuckers that say these old westernized motherfuckers. Now, when it comes to brothers that's preaching the truth, hey, got number love for you. But I don't like individuals that call themselves preachers that got on suits and ties and then saying, oh, yeah, I'm a preacher. And you run and tell me, Reverend, that's pastor. Pastor, I don't like them motherfuckers, man. Because they all wicked and they all going off and they're not speaking, thus said Yahweh Shem Shai. Can't stand them. Can't motherfucking stand them, man. But let's get some more of this, though, right? Let's go to Acts, the 8th chapter. And it says what? Acts 8:1. And Saul was consenting unto his death. And at that time, there was a great persecution against the church. You already know what the church is. You should already know. When it says the church, it's talking about Israelites. See? That's why when it says anything, it's only written 3 times in the scriptures pertaining to the word Christian or Christians. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's written 2 times pertaining to Christian in the singular sense and 1 time in the plural sense. See? And that word Christian, it is Christianos, and it always applies to the Israelites. So when you read the word church in the scriptures, it's always applying to Israelites, not nobody else. And you only gonna see that word in the New Testament anyway. You ain't gonna see it in the Old Testament. So when you read that in the New Testament, it's talking about Israelites. Period. But what it says, and Paul was consenting unto his death, talking about Stephen's death, and at that time there was a great persecution against the church, the Israelites, which was at Jerusalem, and they were all scattered abroad throughout the region of Judah and Samaria. Why? Because you had those Judites living in the northern kingdom's territory in Samaria during that time period. See? All of our people wasn't just living in the land of Judah. Some of them, they started living up in the northern kingdom's territory. Where you think Nazareth was at? See? It was up there in the land of Zebulun and Naphtali. Where you think Galilee was at? That was up there in the same places I just mentioned, in the northern kingdom's territory. So what does it say right here? And they were all scattered abroad throughout the region of Judah and Samaria, except the apostles. And what? And devout men carried Stephen to his burial and made great lamentations over him. As for Saul, he made havoc of the church. What? Entering in every house and handling men and women, committing them to prison. Now, when it says he made havoc of the church, did he make havoc of all people, of all nations? No, it was the Israelites. It was the Israelites who he was persecuting. That's why when you go to Acts 26, Yahweh said in the 9th chapter 2, matter of fact, let's grab a couple verses 9. And it says what? And 9:1, Acts 9:1. And Saul, yet breathing out threatening and slaughter against the disciples of the Lord, went unto the high priest, and declared of him letters to Damascus, to the synagogues, meaning the chief place of gathering, that if he found any of this way, whether they were men or women, who Israelite men and Israelite women, he might bring them bound unto Yasharim. You see that? And this was what he was doing when he was persecuting those that believed in Yahweh Shem Shai. See? And what did he say in Galatians? Let's grab that. Galatians 1:13. And it says what? Let's start up at verse 12. For I neither received it of man, neither was I taught it, but by the revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, meaning when Yahweh Shai revealed himself to him. It says what? For ye have heard of my conversation, meaning his actions in times past, in the Judite way of life. It says what? how that beyond measure I persecuted the church of Yahweh and wasted. And who was that? Who was he persecuting? He was persecuting other Israelites that was calling on the name of Yahweh, man. See? Matter of fact, let's go grab that. Let's go back to it. Acts 9. Let's go down into it. And what it says? Let's start here. Yeah, let's start at 10. Let's just grab that. Acts 9 and 10. And there was a certain disciple at Damascus named Ananias. And to him said the Lord in a vision, Ananias. And he said, Behold, I am here, Lord. And the Lord said unto him, Yahweh said unto him, Arise and go into the street which is called Straight, and inquire in the house of Judas, one called Saul of Tarsus. For behold, he prayeth. Is that what I want? Yeah. And it says, and he said, one is praying, and he said, and he had seen in a vision a man named Ananias coming in, and put his hands on him that he might receive his sight. Then Ananias answered, Lord, I have heard by many of this man how much evil he had done to thy saints at Jerusalem. And who's the saints? When you go to Psalms 148 and verse, 148 and 14, Psalms 50 and 5, and many other scriptures that show you who the saints is. It's the Israelites, not no all people. Verse 14, and here he had authority from the chief priest to bind all that call on thy name. You see that? So this is how he was persecuting the church of Yahweh, which are Israelites only. See? So you people need to cut that shit out. You cut that out. Because that shit gonna get y'all destroyed, man. A lot of people don't get it. It's gonna be many things why Yahweh Shall gonna get you destroyed. Because in this time when you're supposed to be speaking the true doctrine to his people and forsaking all that other shit that you was taught, you don't want to do it. You want to hold on to that garbage these devils told you to do, and then you going off. And that shit gonna get your ass killed, man. And it's gonna be a worthy death that y'all worthy to receive any motherfucking way. Because you don't believe in Yahweh Shah, you don't believe that you the Israelites, and you just totally just old bottles that need to be busted. Period, point blank. You old bottles that need to be broke. You need to be busted and shattered on the ground. And that's what's going to happen to you. And the fire going to melt your glass asses. Right? But let's grab this one. Let's go to Acts, the 12th chapter. Just a few more, because I don't want it to be long. Right? And let's grab this one. Acts 12, and let's read from 1. Now about the time that Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church. Wait a minute. It's going to tell you who certain of the church is. We already know it's Israelites. Every time you hearing it say church in here, it's talking about the Israelites. So you can't transform right now, or you can't transcend to this modern time right now and then say, now, no, see, yeah, the church was the Israelites did, but now it's all people. You can't say that. It's the Israelites, period, point blank. And he said what? And he killed James, the brother of John, who was what? That's what it says. Now, about the time that Herod the king stretched forth his hands, an Edomite. Herod was an Edomite. You can't say that he was the church of Yahweh. That's what that damn so-called preacher was saying. He ain't no preacher. And a wicked ass Jake, a wicked ass nigga. Now about the time Herod, the Edomite, stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church, he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword, and because he saw it pleased the Judites, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread during the Passover. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four squadrons of soldiers to be kept, intending to, after the Passover, to bring him forth to the people. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto Yahweh for him. Now let's find out who was the church making prayer to him, right? Let's go down to verse 11 and 12. And when Peter was come to himself, he said, now I know of a surety that the Lord Yahweh has sent his angel and had delivered me out of the hand of Herod and from all expectations of the people of the Judites, meaning those wicked ass chief priests, those some of the wicked ass Pharisees that was wicked, and them old unbelieving ass Sadducees, right? And it says what? And when he had considered the thing, he came to the house of Mary, the mother of John, Israelite, whose surname was Mark, where many were gathered together praying. And what? And what? Wait. Who was this church that was gathered together praying? These were Israelites gathered together praying. They was praying on behalf of Peter, that that the Most High would deliver him out of that thing that Herod put him in, which was prison, to hold him until the people can condemn him. See? So when you read in these scriptures, who is the church? It's Israelites. It's Israelites. Period, point blank. Let's grab this one. Acts 20. Acts 20 and 28. Let's grab it straight to the point. It says what? Take heed therefore unto yourselves, and to all the flock over which the Holy Spirit had made you overseers, to feed the church of Yahweh, which he had purchased with his own blood. Now it says to feed what? The church of Yahweh, which he had. You see what it says, man. So who was the church of Yahweh? Who was that church? It says to feed the church of Yahweh. Who will you be feeding? What did he tell Peter? Let's grab this one, right? Because what did he tell Peter? What did he tell Peter? Let's grab this. John. Let me see. Is that John or is that Luke? John. Let me see. 21. John 21 and 17. What it says to feed the church of Yahweh. What Yahweh shall tell Peter? Let's go up. We'll start at 6. Well, I can get to one at 15, but for the sake of time, let's just read it. 17. He answered and said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter, Slakia. Peter was grieved because he had said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, feed my sheep. So who was Yahushua saying to him? See, it said, who was the sheep? Who was the church? His sheep. Who was the sheep? They're Israelites. You can't get around it, man. You can't fucking get around it. It's the Israelites. See? What did he tell him? Let's grab this one. Luke 22. And let me see. Oh, boy, I tell you. These motherfuckers, they something else, man. They something else. They are something else. And what did he tell him here? Pertaining to, he said, feed, to made you overseers to feed the church of Yahweh. Who is that? Who is the church of Yahweh? He's showing it to you right here. It's Israelites. Can't get around it. Luke 22 and 31 and 32. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. So what was the form of him strengthening his brother? By him feeding the sheep. By him feeding the church of Yahweh, meaning teaching them. See? And who was the people that was, let's go back to it. And it says what? Take heed therefore, Acts 20:28. Take heed therefore unto yourselves, and to all the flock over which the Holy Spirit had made you overseers, to feed the church of Yahweh, who was at the Israelites, to teach them, right? Which he had purchased with his own blood. And who was the people that was purchased with the blood of Yahweh Shah? We already know it was the Israelites. It wasn't no all people. See? But you let these people tell it. They grabbing our stuff, our records, our instructions, and they trying to apply it to themselves. They trying to extend themselves onto the promises and the covenant that Yahweh Shemam Shah made only with his people, the Israelites. See? This is why the scripture says that you were spoiled, meaning you was robbed. Everything was taken from you by these damn Edomites. They took everything from you, and then they just told stuff that belonged to you is for all people. What kind of shit is that? Because they know deep inside it's not for them. That's why they took something for you, and they know it ain't for them, and then they just said, okay, it's for everybody. Because they know it ain't for them. So they extended something that's exclusively for you, and they're saying it's for everybody. That's why the Most High call their ass the damn devils, man. Because what kind of people you think that would take something that don't belong to them and then go take their stuff and give it to everybody else and say, here, this is for you. This if you want it. But what am I reading in the scriptures? What is it saying? All it's saying is Israelites this, Israelites that. Who is the church of Yahweh? Yasharallah, that's who. Now it says what? And it says, which he had purchased with his blood. Who was purchased with the blood of Yahweh Shah, man? Who was redeemed back to our father Yahweh by Yahweh Shah? Only the Israelites, man. But let's end off with this one. I ain't gonna even grab no more. Let's end off with this one. Let's go to 1 Peter 1 and verse 18. But first, let's go up to the top so we can understand who Peter is talking to. So when you come further down into the chapter, you will understand who he's talking to. So it says what? 1 Peter 1 and verse 1. Peter, an apostle of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, to the strangers scattered abroad, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh, our Father, through sanctification of the Spirit, unto obedience and sprinkle of the blood of Yahweh Shah, grace unto you, and peace be multiplied. Who is this talking about? Who was he talking to? Who was the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, Bithynia? Who? Let's go into those that scattering first so you'll understand. Who was scattered? Who were these strangers that were scattered? Let's grab it. Scattered. Diaspora. Did Edomites go into the diaspora? Hell fucking no. How about Moab? How about Ammon? How about Ishmael? How about Ham? How about Elam? No, none of them. None of them been through the diaspora. But they going in, they finna go into captivity. But ain't none of them been into captivity. And when it says what? A scattering, dispersion of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. You see that? So these are the strangers that were scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, and other places else. Throughout the four corners of the earth. These are the people that were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Israelites. See? So let's go back to the text. And it says what? Now let's go down. Let you know now that you know who Peter is talking to. Let's go down though. Verse 18. Right? Let me see. Is that what I want? Let me see where I'm going to start at. Yeah, I start there. For as much as ye know that you were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold, from your vain conversation received by tradition from your fathers. Who is he talking to? Israelites. But with the precious blood of Yahweh Shah, as of a lamb, without blemish and without spot. You see that? See? So who was those purchased by the blood of Yahweh Shah? Israelites, man. We was the ones that was redeemed back to our Father Yahweh through the sacrifice which Yahweh Shah made for us, man. Not know all people. And I can get some more, but why not, man? Shit. If you ain't got to beat a dead horse, hey, don't beat it. It's already done. And I'm going to end it off there. All honor, praise, and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Rakha HaKodash. Shalom, Yasharallah. Shalom.